Okay, in this video, I'm going to go over some of the comprehension questions for the origin of Ghana. So number one just says, use the timeline on page 230 in the textbook to find the year the Songhai army lost power. So you want to look at that timeline at the bottom there and find where it talks about the army being defeated. That's going to be your year when you would say that they lost power. Number two, why do you think that the griots are still important today? Explain your reasoning and cite evidence from the text. So for this one, let's see. If we're looking in the text and we want to find evidence that the griots are still important today, and I would say look on page 229. That first paragraph on page 229 talks about the griots and kind of why they're important and why what they do is important to, particularly in this case, Ghana's culture. And just think about, why do we study history ourselves? Okay, number three, if there was a snake as a character in a story, what character traits do you think the snake might have? Why? What if one of the characters was a rabbit? What character traits would you expect the rabbit to have? And then my hint here is think about other stories you may have read with these animals as characters. So including the story that they mention in The Origin of Ghana, where you have the snake and the guinea hen. So what characteristics do snakes usually have in stories? What kind of characters are they? Are they the kind, generous character? Are they the loyal friend usually in a story? What kind of character are they? And then think about rabbits in stories. For example, the Briar Rabbit, or the rabbit in the story The Magic Gourd. What are some character traits that you usually expect to see in characters that are rabbits in stories? And then number four, why did the Pui, I'm not sure how to pronounce that exactly, of Gasser and the narrator in The Magic Gourd use animal characters instead of human ones? Well, this is kind of related to question 3, because when a author uses a character like a snake or maybe a fox, the author knows that most readers will read that and notice some character traits without the author having to explicitly tell them. So by making a character a snake or a fox or something like that, the author is kind of giving the reader some clues about what kind of character this might be. Okay? Whereas if you use human characters, the author has to do more explaining to make sure you understand what kind of character the humans are, because a human character isn't going to have implied traits, whereas an animal character may have implied traits. For example, usually a lion in a story is going to be brave and kind of the leader, because we think of the lion as the king of the jungle. So you would expect those kind of traits from the lion. And we see that in books like the Chronicles of Narnia, where, gosh, I forget the name of the lion, the main character. But anyways, he has those traits of, he's the leader, he's strong, powerful. And in other stories where we see lions, we oftentimes see those character traits as well. Not always, but oftentimes. So that's one reason an author may use different animals for different characters, because they want to show the reader that, hey, this is an easy way to get the reader to understand that this character might act a certain way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.